Hey guys, it's Matt with Grizzly-Outdoors. Figure I should give you a shop tour of the new shop. I've been in here for about a month and a half now, so I've got some stuff done, but quite a bit needs to be done yet. So I've got about halfway where I want. So I figure I'll show you guys where we're at so far. Alright, as we walk in, I put a divider wall in the shop here. The backside of the shop will be training later on for my firearms training that I've been doing, and then still have some, see up here, some drywall stuff to finish. I've got to insulate and run some electrical boxes. We've got our oven here for heating bigger pieces of Kydex. We just got that wired in yesterday. Workbench here. It's kind of our main workstation. Move this out of the way. I'm going to be adding one very similar along that back wall. This one was here when we got here, but it's a little, you can see the height difference. It's too high for some of the tools, so I want to drop that down about 8 inches to get the tools at proper height. We got our bandsaw, our pressing area over here. We've got our oven, our little oven we use quite a bit, and then 2 of our presses. And this is kind of just a throw all for now. That'll all get taken down eventually once we do a little more remodeling. So I'll go through and show you here. Let's do a pan of it, and then we'll go through some different stuff. Give you a close-up of my mess. Like I said, we haven't used this yet. We've got some bigger holsters and sheaths that we're planning on doing with this. That's why we included this, and it also will increase production since I can throw several pieces of Kydex in there and then straight over to the presses. That way I can press several knives at once, or 2 at once. We might be adding a 3rd one depending on production lately. It's been pretty busy. This month was, I think, our best. So here we've got knife storage. Some of them I just ordered some of these magnetic strips to try out. I might be getting a few more. It's better than hanging them on a lanyard. So we've got some there. And down the board we've got our rivets and stuff. All of our shock cord just hanging there for now. I just ordered 5 spools of paracord, the 1,000 foot, so I got to make a rack somewhere for those. We've been going through a lot of paracord with handle wraps and stuff like that. We've got our press for our rivets, our cutting board for our leather and different things. This is just kind of a quick movable tray. It's kind of a catch-all that I like to use for drill bits and stuff. We've got our leather punch and our cutter. Keep those out of the way with the kids. I don't like to keep them on the bench, so I hang them up. Got all of our accessories here. A couple jigs, screwdrivers, the jigs for different belt loops and stuff, our fire steel jig. Here we've got different pens and other office sort of stuff, like our Dremel buffing wheels for the little work. Got some G10 handle material, just some odd stuff in there. A bunch of tech locks and molly clips, and I like to keep at least 1 or 2 of all those on hand so I can ship them when they get ordered. A bunch of webbing for different leg strap carries, and a lot of different, like my trigger guard molds for different guns. Like this is the LCP, goes around the trigger, or the action, so you don't get indented. Miscellaneous, we got a bunch of our clips for our pack accessories and different things. And fire steels. This is normally full. I just ran through another 50 fire steels. I keep the bulk stuff over here. I've got about another 60 in there yet. I just kind of take from there and transfer over to here so I keep an accurate count of what I've got. Orders for today that I'm working on, and then orders I need to get to tomorrow, and then next week. I kind of keep them separate so I can keep them in the line so I know exactly who's going to be next, so I don't jump ahead on any of them. Different things for shipping, leather strap, different drills for drilling stuff out, spare tape, hammers, tons of belts for sanding. I've been on the same belt for quite a while, but when I do, I've got some buffing belts and different things for when I do knife sharpening. A vent that's ready to go on. The wood burner is on the other side of this, so I'm going to have to run vents for this to keep this heated in the winter. It's June now, so it's not too bad. I've got actually installed the air conditioner yesterday. Got our sander. This has been pretty good. I'm looking at getting a backup because it's the one's done. I'm looking at getting a backup for this just because the the switch is starting to act up a little bit. This buffer has been great. This is a Harbor Freight 6-inch bench grinder. I've got two different, I've got the tight weave and then a loose one on this. This is kind of my initial buff, and then I've got a tight weave that I keep this with some buffing compound that really shines up nice. And this, I used to use a grinder a lot for my edges, but I've been getting better at the belt sander, so I've been sticking with that. I get a finer edge. This is just kind of a backup tool. If something happens with my buffer here, I've got the buffer or the grinder. So same with my belt sander. It keeps me going instead of having to wait a week for a tool to come when something breaks. Then we have our drill press. This has been pretty good. A couple spare belts for that. We upgraded to a Rikon belt sander about 4 months ago. I had a little Delta or something like that. It worked great, but it was a triple wheel and it was breaking blades a lot. I mean, I'm stocked up on blades because I was breaking so many of them. I think there's 4 down there, several in that box. So this one's been on the original blade. I've got 4 extras for it, but I've been on the original for the last 4 months, which has been great. I haven't had to worry about breaking blades. But that's been a really nice addition to the shop. Gives me a little more throat space. And then again, here we've got just different bulk shop stuff, kind of miscellaneous bins. But the oven we use quite a bit. And then our 2 presses. These presses have been great. It saves me a lot of hands. All I do is drop it in and then pump the lever down, and it puts even pressure straight down on it. As much pressure as I want. I mean, I can squish the thing flat if I want. It's got 12 tons of pressure. So these have been great. They're very fast and efficient. I can actually do 2 knives at the same time because of the time I save. I can, when I do clippers, I do a lot of clippers. So I'll do 1 on each side, and I can pump this down quick enough where the plastic stays warm enough so I can still do 2. Actually, I could probably even do 3 at once. And then right now I've got the Kydex, a couple pieces of extra foam. This stuff you go through quite a bit. I've been going more towards the 08000s Kydex just because every color is made in it and it keeps a consistency. I still keep some of the thicker stuff for different holsters and certain applications, but I've been trying to keep several colors stocked. I think I've got 5 or 6 of each of the main colors and then oddball colors. So I've got some camos, got some of this is that safety yellow. I just did a BK9 sheath in that. A bunch of the chocolate brown. We got 7 sheets of the OD. About 7 of the black. Down to 4 or 5 of the coyote. And I try to keep some of the camo in stock just because I don't want it running out again. I went to order once and a while ago and they ran out. I've got the tan, some orange, clear. I haven't used this for anything yet. I've got a project in mind for this. And the pink. I always go through quite a bit of pink. I can never seem to keep that stocked, so I should actually start keeping 5 or 6 on hand, and then some red. It's kind of a good variety of Kydex. I like to keep quite a bit on hand so I'm not having to order, and it speeds up my turnaround times. I've still got quite a bit of the 93,000s left, and then some of the safety green. So quite a bit, a bunch of scrap. So it's kind of fun. You can kind of pick and choose whatever you want. There's some other colors I want to get yet, just to play around with, just because they're pretty neat. And let's see, I think that's pretty well it. Air conditioner, had to put that in yesterday. But, so yeah, small space. I kept it to about 10 feet by, it's 16 to the end of the wall. And then eventually, it's 28 feet all the way across. So I've got quite a bit over here yet. There's going to be a gear storage, and then I'm running for my pistol training, I'm going to set up a small classroom in there so I can accommodate that without having to go outdoors or bring people into the house. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. It's kind of a mess right now. We've got tons of orders, so I've been kind of trying to shoot these videos in between working on sheaths. So, thanks for watching. Have a good day.